Has Rick been in a coma this whole time?
No.
You heard it here!
That would be the
Stop
worst.
it with the coma!
That'd be the absolute worst thing ever. Like, if it seems like it's going to be the absolute worst thing ever, then it's not true. That seems like a sound theory, but it would be terrible. We should shoot that scene just to mess with people, though.
One of the things that we notice across the Walking Dead TV show is that the zombies have seemed to become more and more decayed or decompose as the seasons have gone on. Because we calculated it.
What did you guys calculate?
Because they're on the surface, exposed to the elements, and because of the extreme heat of the American South, they would be fully decayed by about 2 months in.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that Greg Nicotero and his team at K&B, they sit down between every season and try and figure out, like, you know, what's the new advancement that we can do with a zombie, or what's the way that we can make them look a little different. And the idea there is that, you know, time is going on. And
so is there a period of time that you've kind of had in your head where that first mega wave of zombies that we see in kind of season one dies out or passes on or kind of returns to the dust?
Yeah, like 16 seasons or so. I don't
know. When the audience starts to move away from the show. Who have you been most sad to see, you know, die off in the show?
It's hard to play favorites, you know, just because I do like them all, but Tyrese, definitely Tyrese. It's hard with the show because they're also connected to actors, and it's like I miss all of the actors. You know, you go to press events and they're not there, and all of a sudden you're like, wait, where's Steven Yeun? Why isn't Steven here? Did he not come to this one? Oh,
he passed out.
That was a mistake. I really liked hanging out with that guy. But it's gotten to a point where I'm the guy on the show that's like, hey, wouldn't it be weird if we did a season where we don't kill anybody?
It would be a shock. It would be a shock.
Yeah, it's like, that's how you shock people now. If you don't kill people, can we just not kill people?
Right.
And then there's always like, well, there's this story that needs this. But it's wearing me down is what I'm saying.
I get it.
Too much death.
Killing people is emotionally taxing is what you're telling me.
I know, it's the worst. I don't know how the serial killers do it.
Speaking of Tyrese, as the theory guy.
Oh, tell me more.
There's a lot of online theories that there are hidden secrets as to the end of the series in kind of his death sequence, or kind of the death hallucinations that he's having in his final moments. Any truth or?
I'm not going to deny anything. They might be onto
16
something.
years down
I don't
the
know
road.
if it necessarily points to the end, but you know, things that point to
Maybe
something.
some future events.
Sure.
You got to settle the age-old debate.
Yes.
Who would win in a
settling
fight?
debates. Okay.
Who would win in a fight?
Not me.
Okay, done.
No,
well, then that's the question. You heard it here first, not Robert.
Who was it against, just to be sure?
The debate was Carl versus Michonne versus Daryl. I know, the choice is obvious to me.
Jeez. All three at the same time? Because I feel like that would be...
Battle Royale.
You know, they're going to have trouble hurting Carl, and Carl's going to win, not because he's the better fighter, but just because the other two are going to be at a disadvantage because of their humanity, and they're going to underestimate the kid. But, you know, look, straight out physical ability, and I got to give it to Michonne. Daryl has cried more in the show, like way more than Michonne has. Way more.
But he has a ranged weapon.
Ranged weapon. Whatever.
What?
He shoots one off, she takes it in the shoulder, he's reloading, she cuts his head off.
I think a lot of people who are aspiring creators, especially who watch this show, would love to kind of know what it's like when you've quote unquote made it. You know, did you ever expect to get here? And
tough.
What is it now?
It's real tough. No, I don't know. I mean, you know, the neuroses, those never go away. I'm still insecure. I still hate everything that I do. I still try to make everything better than I possibly can, and I'm always disappointed when I don't reach that level. All that creative torment that I felt in the beginning, totally still present.
Has it increased now that it's achieved such a level of immense popularity that, oh, I'm gonna let down the fans, or oh, I don't want to disappoint them? Or do you kind of like, as a sociopath, relish in those moments of like, oh man, they're gonna love me for this?
If I start paying attention to that while I'm trying to write, I'm never gonna get anything done. You know, anytime I sit down to work, I'm trying to make it good. If I try to add an extra level of pressure because it's gonna be seen by more people, I feel like it's just gonna make the work bad. As a creative person, if you're out there trying to worry about whether or not the thing you're doing is going to be successful, or if it's going to be received by an audience, you're kind of kneecapping yourself, because what you really should be focused on is, you know, does it speak to you? And also eat your vegetables.
And with that, we conclude Therapy with Robert. Thank you.
Great time.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Lots of fun.
Thank you for proving that he's not in a coma.
Definitely not in a coma.
Literally the worst.
It's terrible.
So bad.
It's terrible.